I'm Patrick Farrell. I'm a master of wine, and I'm here in Korea with my good friend Min Jang to promote our channel on YouTube, The Soul of Wine, and also to interact with wine professionals and students here in Korea to exchange ideas and to drink some wine together, taste some wine together, and hopefully learn as well and have fun. So I'm both an eye surgeon and an internist, and so the internal medicine actually helped me more than the eye surgery. It took me a while to realize that my medical training could help me with the tasting. Not that you do any tasting in medical school, but the process, when a patient walks into the room, you're looking at the patient from head to toe without them noticing. And you ask them questions: why are you here? What's your problem? You do an examination on them, get some laboratory tests, and you figure out the most likely, second most likely, third most likely diagnosis. If I had a glass here, patient comes into the room, I get a history, I do a physical and labs, and I try to figure out what the wine is. So that deductive reasoning is a similar process. So I'll answer this in two parts. Good terroir could be messed up by a bad winemaker, but a good winemaker, if they have really bad terroir, it's impossible to make outstanding wines if the terroir is bad. Now we have this change of climate change. So vineyards in the old world, their terroir was set up to maximize ripeness. So slopes face south, that got the most sunlight and warmth. And now the vineyards don't have a problem getting ripeness. The problem is too much ripeness. And so it questions whether or not the terroir that was spectacular in a different climate is still spectacular now, or do they need to change their grape varieties or move the vineyards to a different site that's cooler? So it's a fascinating and a multi-billion-dollar question facing producers all over the world. I didn't do any of those kits in large part because the Master of Wine examination and much of the wine literature is based upon spices, herbs, and fruits that occur in Western Europe. And I was familiar with most of them. Whereas for students coming from Asia who may not be as familiar with those flavors, a kit could be useful in terms of learning the flavors. For the most part, wine, in my opinion, for many food types, is the best partner at the dining table. And I think that's the real advantage in wine. There are compounds in red wine and white wine that can kill off bacteria. There are compounds that can help protect the heart or the brain, though some of those studies have been called in question because wine drinkers tend to eat more vegetables and more fruits and have a generally healthier lifestyle. Well, that said, I think wine is the most genteel and healthiest beverage.